All right, welcome back. Thanks for tuning in to another video. So today is the day that I will core aerate the lawn. This is the day I had it scheduled for, and figures that it will be actually raining. So, you know, I'm gonna have to core aerate in a little rain. It's not gonna stop the show. Hopefully it don't downpour too bad. But last video I showed you that I wanted to go ahead, kill off some POA in the yard. That's what you see right here, those brown spots. I killed off some POA a week ago. Now that's gonna make for a good overseed, well, core aeration and overseeding. You want to make sure you get rid of those pesky weeds first. POA, very pesky, it's hard to kill, so I had to use a weed and grass killer by Spectracide to burn it out. And as you can see, it burned out real nice. So now I can go ahead, core aerate the lawn. Right now the lawn is currently sitting at 2.5 inches. That's perfect for a core aeration. Normally I cut my lawn all season long around 3.5 to 3/4, but I would not attempt to core aerate that thick of a lawn. You want to bring it down to maybe 3 inches, 2.5 to 2 3/4, and then you can core aerate and get a nice core aeration. And then you're going to overseed. Make sure you always overseed after you core aerate. That's going to work out very fine. Make for a good overseed and for your yard to bounce back. This is going to help the yard for the rest of this year, and then definitely for spring of 2025. So core aeration is a very important part, especially if you have a compacted soil. Your soil, if it's compacted, your lawn is not going to turn out fine. Now, as you can see, the yard for the most part, it's been doing well all season long. This is the backyard here. It looks good. It actually did its best in like the last 4 years. This is the best it looked at this time of the year. So now I'm going to go ahead, rent the, I'm going to go over the core aerator that I have here. I rented it for 4 hours. So you know, it's going to be perfectly fine. I always rent it for about 4 hours, and I have a little time to spare after I do a good core aeration. So I'm going to go over how to operate it, how to turn it on, and all of that stuff. So let's go ahead and get to that part right now. This is the Klassen aerator. This is the small one. This is the one I actually did a little review on in the past. This is the one with the 4 wheels. This is the smallest version. These things are very heavy here. But I like the one with the 4 wheels because it maneuvers a lot better. They have one with the big wheel and then the 2 wheels in the back, and the one front big wheel is like the big drone wheel. I don't really like that one because it's hard to turn. It's very heavy. It's the bigger model. I don't like that one. I used it before, but if I can find the one with the 4 wheels, a little smaller one, this one will work perfectly fine. It's smaller, but you know, people like the bigger one because it, you know, it covers more ground. But if you are new to this, I recommend getting this smaller one here. It's gonna work the same, gonna get the same amount of cores here, about 3 to 4 inch cores, as you can see from the tines back here. And you know, you're probably gonna have to work a little bit longer because it doesn't cover as much ground, but it still get the job done. I like this one. It maneuvers a little better. Like I said, it is heavy. You can actually take out, I think it's a weight here. Actually, you can't even take the weight out of this one. The bigger one, you could take the weight out, but it's like on the bigger one, it's a little weight bar here that you can take it out, make it a little lighter. Now you're gonna need 2 people to load this onto a truck. This will not fit in a car. You're gonna need like some kind of pickup truck or something. Now you have the locking rings right here that you could take. You move them here. All right. On both sides. And then you can fold the bar down. Well, there you go. You can fold the bar down just like that, so it's easier to pack into like a truck, or I mean, if you do have like some kind of SUV, maybe you can get it in there, but you're gonna need 2 people to lift this bad boy up. So let's put that back, put the locking rings down. Here we go. All right, so the locking rings are down. To start it up, so you got your on switch, on and off switch here. Gonna turn it to on. You got the choke here, and then you got your gas here. Turn the gas on, choke to the left side here. And now we're gonna go ahead and start pull the pull string here. There you go. That's how you start it up. Now you just let it warm up a little bit. But I already had turned it on, cranked it up and everything. So we are ready to go. So now when you're using it, here's your little speed lever here, right here. So you got the turtle, and then you got the rabbit. Rabbit means fast, turtle means slow. When you want to use it, you're gonna drop the tines. So this is the bar to drop the tines here. And now the tines are on the ground and ready to go. That's how you fire it up. So before you do that, before you core aerate, you want to make sure you water the lawn deeply. You want to soften up your soil and make sure it's ready to go. This is how you're going to be able to pull out nice cores. If you try to core aerate dry soil, it's not going to work as good. You'll get some kind of cores out of there, but it's not going to get deep down how you want it in the soil. So last night I watered the grass very deeply for about an hour. And then as you can see, it is kind of raining today. So the soil should be nice and moist. So I should be able to get good cores out of this. But that's how you fire it up. Like I said, this is the small size one. This is perfect for the job. So now let's get busy. All right, so as you can see, I finished core aerating my lawn. I went north, south, east, west. Made sure I got a good core aeration on both the backyard and the front yard. So now I'm gonna show you how the cores came out and how they look. This is what you want your yard to look like once you finish core aerating. So let's take a walk in the yard and see how it came out. Now that I finished core aerating, cleaned up the aerator, got it back to Home Depot. So now I'm gonna take you through the yard to show you how the core aerator did and how everything looks. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Now, for the most part, if you look, the yard looks a little beat up, but that's okay right now. That's definitely okay, because you want it to look a little bit beat up because you just core aerate. But these are the cores that it pulled out. This one broke, but it pulled out some real nice cores. And I made sure I went north, south, east, west, and I did multiple passes. I got my money's worth. That's what happens when you do it yourself. Sometimes when you rent for a company, you know, they're gonna do the bare minimum. They'll do a couple passes, but I made sure I passed all the way through this yard. So everything looks beat up, but it's okay. I got the core, I got the soil opened up. So now is the perfect time to drop my seeds, drop your fertilizers, drop anything that you want to drop into your soil. Now is going to help make the lawn better. So like I said, some cores here, got some small ones, but definitely got some bigger cores. But the front and backyard looks just like this, and this is what you want it to look like. So it looks good. now we're ready to drop the seed. So let me go to the table, show you what I'm going to be dropping down and explain to you why. So stay tuned. Now is the time to drop my seed. This is the seed I'm going to be using. If you didn't look at the last video, this is Greenview Fairway Formula grass seed. This is turf type tall fescue, pure turf type tall fescue here. That's what you've been seeing in my yard for the last few years. If you've been here, that's what I've been using. Now, this right here, if you don't have tenacity, the liquid tenacity, this one right here, this is a good option also. The Scott's Turf Builder Triple Action Built for Seed. This is gonna stop, both of these are gonna stop weeds from germinating while your seeds germinate. I recommend putting this down in the yard. You can use the liquid tenacity if you have it, but if you don't, you can go ahead and grab you a bag of the Scott's Turf Builder. You wanna make sure you're preventing weeds from germinating now, because this is the perfect time for weeds to start germinating in your lawn because it's open. Now, it could be for two reasons. It could be from your current soil. If you was dropping pre-emergence down all season long, now that you open your soil up and you started turning it, the weed seeds are probably underneath the soil. So once you turned it, now the weed seeds are on the top, and now it's better for them to germinate because you had that pre-emergent layer up there that was preventing the weed seeds from germinating. Now, also using that aerator, you know, somebody else was using it. You got to think about it. Somebody else was using it before you. Sometimes they don't clean it out all the way, and that yard could have been infested with weeds or anything. And now you done track those same weed seeds probably stuck inside the aerator into your yard. So I always suggest getting down this one right here. This is a 21-22-4, so it's a starter fertilizer with a pre-emergent inside, but it does not harm the seeds. Your grass seeds will still germinate, but it will prevent weeds from germinating. It would not kill current weeds. That's the only thing about this granular one. Now, the liquid one here will kill weeds and prevent new weeds from germinating. So the liquid, but you're gonna pay a little bit more for the liquid, and it's available online. I know you can get it from Amazon. I'm not sure where else, but Amazon is the go-to if I need something like that. Now, gonna go ahead, go down heavy with my seeds. I'm not gonna worry about it. This 20-pound bag, it covers up to 2,500 square feet for new lawns and 5,000 square feet for overseeding. So I'm gonna use half the bag back here, so that'll leave me 2,500 square feet. And I'm probably gonna use another 1,000 square feet up front. So that's what I'm gonna be using. Like I said, make sure you're preventing weeds, because this is the perfect time for weeds to start germinating. And remember, we actually treated and killed the POA. Well, I killed the POA a week ago. I do not want new POA germinating, because this is the perfect time for it to start to try to germinate again. So I'm gonna go ahead, get down the tenacity or one of these options that I'm showing you here. So let's go ahead and get the grass seed down now. Now, you can use whatever grass seed you want to use. This grass seed I've been using for the last, 6 years now. Only reason I started using this grass seed was because I went to my local nursery, lawn and garden shop, and the bag I bought was like a premium grass seed. You know, I got caught up in the hype that I needed a premium grass seed. Now, the grass seed I was using this blend, and once I did a little research, I seen that Greenview had the same blend. So that's when I started using the same grass seed, because I wanted a uniform texture. But if you're going ahead and you're looking at grass seed, majority of the times, all different brands are using the same type of blend of grass seed. Grass seed companies are selling their blends to everybody pretty much. You could just go ahead and look at the back of the bag, and it'll show you everything you need to know back here. So let's go ahead and get this grass seed down now. Been a long day. I finished core aerating, I finished putting down my grass seed, and I finished putting down the Scott's Built for Seed that pre-emergent starter fertilizer. It's very important to get that down right now, or Tenacity. If you don't have Tenacity, put the Scott's Built for Seed down. It's important because right now your soil is open, weed seeds will germinate. Like I said and explained to you earlier, you want to make sure you're fighting off weeds and letting your grass seed germinate and establish a root system before weeds start to crowd in the yard. We don't want weeds right now. So use the Scott's Built for Seed or Tenacity. Now, the next thing that's important for the next 3 weeks is to water your lawn at least twice a day, minimum twice a day. Keep the grass seed moist. You can water early morning, afternoon, or evening, but at least twice a day. 3 times, you're doing okay, but at least twice a day. But hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you like the video, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to stay with the updates, because right now the yard looks like crap, but you're going to give it about a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and you'll see it transform. So hope you guys enjoy. Take my advice, get out in them yards, get your lawn ready for the spring of 2025, but it starts right now. So take care, stay tuned, and I'll keep you updated and see you soon.